Hello class, this is your teacher Mr. McDougall. In today's lesson we are going to be continuing our intro sequence, and this is going to be part 2, continuing off of part 1 that we did in the previous lesson. So there's no exercise files that I've given you. I gave you all of the exercise files in the previous lesson. The attached file is just an example of what yours can look like by the end of this part. So you don't have to download this. This is just for you to see of what a finished product so far would potentially look like. But keep in mind that yours is going to look different because you will probably use different B-roll clips in different order than I will. But let me show you how to start doing that right now. So you just need to open your Premiere Pro project back up again. So if it's in the most recent one, it should be right here at the top from your most recent project. Or if you open your File Explorer, you can find the purple project file to open it back up. So open it back up exactly where we left off in part 1. What we did in part 1 was we synced all the audio, the camera audio with the good audio. We cut everything down to only the best parts, and we also made this little push in jump cut option. So make sure you complete all of that before you get to this part in part 2. Make sure you complete part 1 first, which I just covered. So now we don't need these rulers or these guides anymore, so we can click these to turn these off. And now we're going to start adding B-roll. So what B-roll is extra footage that's going to go on top that we cut to just make the visuals more engaging. So the talking head or voiceover, or whenever you have someone looking like this is also what we call A-roll. This is the main point of the entire video. The structure or the skeleton of the video revolves around the A-roll, or the person giving the information. So right now, if we play it as is.
Hey now, I'm Mr. McDougall and I am the advanced graphics instructor here. Here you will get to take your knowledge from the intro class and use it to create some brand new content.
So this video is well shot, it sounds well, it's well composed, I'm not stuttering. However, just sitting and looking at someone talking for a full minute is still boring, even though it's well made. So the way we can again keep the audience engaged is to use B-roll. B-roll is not the main focus like A-roll, but it just adds to the A-roll. It adds a visual engaging element. So that's what all of these B-roll clips are that I have provided to you. So now we're going to start adding most of these right now to just spice up the video a little bit and give it more visuals to look at. So when you add a B-roll clip, and you can add these in any order, we're going to start by adding about 10 to 15 of them for this part. We're not going to add all of them just yet. But when you start looking at them, you could see, if I scrub over them, you can see what they are. And this B-roll is actually you guys doing your work. I did my best to shoot B-roll and respect people's privacy and faces, so you won't see that much. But I wanted to get you guys in action as you're editing and shooting and all that fun stuff. So let's start by just picking one in general. Let's go maybe with this one. So remember, if you double click video, you can see it up here in your preview monitor. You can see what this clip looks like. Remember with B-roll, like we did with the social media one, is we only want short parts of it. We don't want the B-roll to run on forever. We want to cut quickly. So if I bring this clip on to track 2, see, here's my B-roll. So now it cuts to this as I'm talking because it's on top.
Instructor here. Here you will get to take your knowledge from the intro class and use it.
So now see, the B-roll is helping show what I'm talking about, which is really cool. However, it's still going on too long. We're going to cut it to just the most interesting parts. Kind of like right here when he pulls the camera away. Remember, B-roll only needs to be about 2 to 3 seconds. That's it. There we go. Maybe about right there. And we'll put it over kind of right here, right before the first cut. Sounds good. And you get to move it wherever you want. You don't have to use the same clip I did or put it in the same spot. But let me just show you what it looks like when I do it here.
Graphics instructor here. Here you will get to take your knowledge from.
See, it's just adding some visual element to it. Let's add another one. Let's add this camera one right here. Another way you can add and cut a video, instead of doing it on the timeline like I just did, instead of bringing it here and trying to cut it on this part, what you can do instead is we can cut it in here in the preview monitor. So right here I could play this. There's no sound to any of these, so it just plays. So I just want to take a couple seconds of this part to use. So I kind of like this part when he takes his hand off right there. So the way we can take just a chunk of this clip is to create in and out points. So the way we do that is there's 2 ways. You can click on the icons right here. You see where it says mark in or mark out. So this will be my in point where I want it to start. I'll click mark in. Or the shortcut is to hit I on your keyboard. And then I'm going to move down a few seconds maybe about right there. And this is where I'm going to mark my out point. So instead of hitting this button, I can hit O as out. So I is in and O is out. If I hit O on my keyboard, it does this. Now it has this little chunk right here. So now when I grab this clip, if I go right here to where it says drag video only, if I bring this in, it'll just bring that one little chunk right there. It's not going to bring in the entire clip. It's just bringing this little segment I cut out. So let's see what it looks like now.
It's graphics instructor here. Here you will get to take your knowledge from the intro class and
so you see now how it's rapidly cutting. It's making the video just more engaging visually. It's giving the audience something to look at besides just my face talking, which gets really boring quickly. So what I want you to do is play around with these. So I can see here, maybe I don't like these in this order. Maybe I want to switch them. Maybe put this one first and this one here. Let's see what that looks like.
advanced graphics instructor here. Here you will get to take your knowledge from
That's not bad. I kind of like the way that cuts better. But again, it's entirely up to you. Maybe you picked a different clip to start out with. So what I want you to do is you have 25 B-roll clips so far. Don't use all of them yet. We are going to use all of them. But just start with about 10 to 15 of them right now. And we're going to put them on here and just space them out just a little bit. So take just a couple seconds of each one. Take the most interesting parts of each one. Find the most engaging couple seconds of each video. And we're going to put them here, spacing them out on our thing. They don't always have to be back to back. Maybe I want it right here like this too.
graphics instructor here. Here you will get to take your knowledge from the intro class and use it to create some brand new.
So we're just creating this spacing so the video is cutting every few seconds. Again, just to keep it interesting. So take a second. I'll do it right now too. Take about 10 to 15 of these B-roll clips, go through, preview, watch each one, and sprinkle them out here on track V2, ending at the same time as the video. So take a second to do that part. All right, so continue adding B-roll. I've added a few clips to get started. And again, your clips will look a lot different from mine, but try to match up the clips as best you can to fit the themes. Like for example, in this part, I talk about you can create your own podcast and YouTube channel, and I have clips of people doing such a thing.
Content creation when you create your own podcast and your own YouTube channel. This class is about
So something like that. I might trim this up just a little bit, but you can see each one is really short, only a couple seconds of each one, creating these very quick cuts that cut back and forth throughout the entire video, keeping the audience as engaged as possible. So again, use about 10 to 15. Don't go past the video. We're just going to keep them right here on top of the video clip so far on track V2. That's where all the B-roll is going to go, so it's right above. Just like in Photoshop, when we have layers, it shows whatever layer is on top. So it's going to play here, showing this one until it gets to this because this layer is on top.
Audition and After Effects. These are the tools that real professionals.
Just like that. So that is how we add B-roll. And again, this is kind of like a puzzle. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Your layout of B-roll and my layout might be completely different, and that's totally fine. Just feel it out. Don't rush through it. See what is, again, the most interesting and engaging to you. As long as you're engaged, your audience will be engaged as well. If you think it's boring, then you need to spice it up a little bit by adding different clips, okay? So try your best and cut it a little bit as best you can. Only about 2 to 3 seconds per clip. Have fun. Just like in the previous one, we are not exporting or turning anything in until the final part of part 4. So right now you're just going to save your project. Do not export it yet, just save it. And then we'll meet again in part 3. So Control S to save as you're working, and then we'll stop here and continue the next part in part 3 when we'll talk about music and audio.